Hey, Darvin, just the third quarter tonight. The third quarters have been tricky this season. What did you think was better, and how did you feel like that helped carry you guys to a victory?
Just that realization that we hadn't been, for the most of the season. That's been a soft spot for us. So just trying to come out. We talked about it this morning, shoot around, and just really focusing on ourselves and different ways we can get better. And that was one of them. Just making sure we came out with a competitive defensive focus, and we were +1 for the quarter. But it's just a never-ending journey. Just trying to improve day after day, game after game. Each shoot around we barely get to practice, so shoot arounds have become like our practices. So today, we did a lot of things where we needed to clean up ourselves, and it was more about us this morning than all due respect to Orlando. They're a great young ball club, but we needed to focus on ourselves and do some self-health checks basketball-wise.
Coach, what type of adjustments have you guys been doing as a coaching staff without Anthony Davis, and you seem that maybe not having it for the rest of the season? What type of adjustments you guys be making?
Everyone just doing more. Us being versatile, and no one knows exactly when Anthony will be coming back. But in the meantime, guys got to step up. We have to. Not just our big guys. Everyone as a unit. Be more locked in, be more cohesive, more competitive, and you're never going to replace a player of that magnitude. But what you can do is just everyone share the load. Like the ball movement tonight is one of the examples of how you can try to weather that storm. With 32 assists, 6 different people in double figures. That's the way you do it. Everyone pitches in, and everyone helps pull their end of the rope. All pull in the same direction at that.
Darvin, you talked about force before the game and as a way to try to make up for their size. They hit the glass, I think, 6 rebounds in the first quarter. Offensive rebounds, I'm sorry. Won the next 2. I didn't see the fourth quarter stats yet, but what did you think of your team's force sort of in the eye of their size?
I thought it was great. You start with the matchup with Paulo and Pat Bev. It's like just him just being physical and not allowing anything easy, doing his work early, forcing tough catches, being there, forcing them to go into a counter move or an escape move, and all 4 other guys on the court being, in unison, shifted, ready to help out, multiple contests, multiple efforts to close out. That's what we have to be. That has to be our identity. That's what we're striving for. But just playing a physical ball game and getting hits once the shot went up. Like you mentioned, their size, their athleticism is really the challenge is daunting, man. When you see those guys on the court, you really see it where I'm from my vantage point, like how big and athletic these kids are. And it's like we got to get the first hit, legal hits for sure, but getting a hit and multiple guys going in to get them attacking the glass defensively to get those boards and hold them to 1 possession.
Darvin, part of your job as a coach is to bring these guys as individuals, as a team, is to make the individuals comfortable, make them feel like they have some agency in what's going on. And Russell, for so long, identified himself, or was identified as this triple-double genius. And now, in this new role, he has another triple-double today. He becomes the all-time leader in triple-doubles off the bench. Do you feel like that's something that's not the carrot? The carrot is winning, but be able to do that in the context of winning in this new role is something that you feel like you've done a good job finding a new role for him?
I think we have. He's sacrificed. He could have fought it, and we instead we put our heads together and looked and took a good long hard look at the balance. So you have to realize that an NBA lineup has to have balance. It's not so much of can he start or his starting days are over. It's not about that. It's about him being able to bring a counterpunch, a new extra wave, a higher pace off the bench, along with some of our rotation guys. And him having that confidence and him still performing at a starter level, at an all-star level off the bench, you mentioned the triple doubles, it gives those other guys confidence as well. And he can kind of orchestrate and dictate different things and really be involved. And now we're finding different actions with he and LeBron in middle pick and rolls or side pick and rolls. And their symmetry and their synergy together is becoming even more and more productive for us. And I'm just, kudos to him being a professional. I know it's been hard certain moments in time, and just him just continuing just to fight and compete and do everything that's asked of him from that position and from that role.
Darvin, I know the shots can really come in from anywhere, but that being said, when guys who have had some up and downs with their shooting, like Pat Bev and Troy tonight, do you just have a little extra, fist pump for those guys seeing their shot go in tonight?
Yeah, I love it, and we encourage that. Let it fly, man. Like that's the biggest thing. You're open, you have to shoot it. And I trust them. I have confidence in them. It's something we work at, whenever we practice or individual vitamins. So yeah, they get in the reps, and now when the opportunity presents itself in the game, and they have to have confidence. And it's always good when you see the ball go in several times over, and it just makes them that much more confident to shoot the ball. And everyone is encouraging these guys to shoot the ball. Miss or make, you got to stay aggressive.
Do you have a sense for LeBron's availability tomorrow?
I have a sense that I'm probably not going to tell you right.
I
Love you, Dan.
I have that sense now too.
Love you, Dan.
Coach, outside of the injuries, what do you feel is the most challenging part of being a coach, especially in the first year? What's been the most challenging or learning experience that you pretty much, it's been sticking in your head?
I think that what goes into preparation, as you mentioned, the injuries are something that's a very real part of our business, something that no matter, it's going to happen eventually. You don't want it to happen, but it's something that you're going to have to deal with. And you never know who that injury bug is going to bite, and you just have to be prepared. And that's why, I've surrounded myself with an extremely high-level basketball coaching staff, and we have an extremely high-level medical staff. And everybody within the organization, just trying to keep things together and being ready to adjust if need be. And, unfortunately, we have different guys out of lineup currently. It's Anthony and Juan, and, just being able to pivot, being ready to pivot and have a plan, and not just a plan A, but a plan B and C. And so I credit my coaching staff. There's no one thing that, that I'm taking all the responsibility upon myself. Like, we share the load around here, and we put different, beautiful, bright minds in the room and see what we come up with. Usually it's a great plan.
Coach, you've done a great job at coaching a variety of skill sets. So at this point, what is it like coaching so many players with such high IQs who've seen so many different schemes? What is that like on a night in, night out basis?
It's great, and just trying to get them to understand that we have to keep it simple. Just keep it simple. We don't want to have paralysis by over-analysis. And we come with a simple plan defensively, a simple plan offensively, and try to stick to it and develop some consistency with that. This game, it's a lot of different elements to it that you can get kind of lost in the woods a little bit if you're constantly trying to, solve each and every scenario or try to stop everything another team does, as opposed to going in with a mindset of, this is what we're going to live with, and this is how we're going to play on the other end of the floor, and sticking to that, and just constantly harping and being consistent with your message. From myself all the way down to my coaching staff and everybody, just having a consistent message.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.